Did you all give it any thought?
Yes.
You all must have discussed with each other, had some thoughts in your mind. I mean, majorly I hope you are all positive.
Yes.
And slightly, कशे जातले का ना, that we will take ahead maybe later. Alright? So, precisely today, you all must have seen we have put you into groups. Correct? Because we have put you into groups for now. Alright? We will change, we will shuffle you all. And today is a hands-on demo on something called as Quacky Kids. This is by STEMpedia. This is given to us by STEMpedia. And this is something we feel that the kids may enjoy, your kids may enjoy, because this has at least been like 100% fun learning for the other kids that we have implemented. So please understand that today if I'm standing here and talking to you all, it's after 2 years of trying and testing with other kids that we have come back and we are trying to push this over here. So today's session on this Quacky Kids hands-on demo will be taken by Ma'am Prasiddhi and Sir Shrey. Alright, they are our Teach for Goa fellows who we have specially recruited to deliver elective curriculum in the state of Goa. So they go to all the different centers in Goa in the afternoon hours and they're delivering the elective curriculum. They will be mentored by Ma'am Sonal Waze and Ma'am Nazima Beg. So if you have any queries, you can shoot out to them. But this entire elective curriculum is being managed by Sir Devendra Prasad Kuelkar. He's here, right? So he's the man behind all this. And yeah, let's start today like we promised. It's 9:41. We promised to start at 9:30. So let's get going.
Taking you all through today's program on understanding a very specific kit called as Quacky. Okay? Before moving on to the kit directly, we should have some knowledge about what a robotic kit is, how it works, how it's made, or how it looks, right? So because of that, we have created a mind map and tried to put all the eggs in one basket, where you can get a bird's eye view of what exactly a robotic kit is. Okay? Now you see, what is robotics? Anybody has any idea? What is robotics? The scheme that we are catering to is coding and robotics, education in school, right? CAS. Coding, you all know what coding is.
Yesterday we were into
A type of coding was done yesterday, right? What is that type of coding called? Block-based coding, right? We are also going to do the same thing today. Only thing, the difference is today what you are going to code in PictoBlocks using the block-based coding, you will be actually able to see it in your hand. Yesterday what you were doing was virtual, right? You have drawn the shapes, everything was happening on a screen. Today you will see that the technology has advanced so far that whatever you do on PictoBlocks will be visible on the kit. And whatever happens on the kit can be indeed transferred to the PictoBlocks. That means you are today going to understand how we can interact with the help of that software which you have learned yesterday with a robot. So today actually you are going to see a tangible product in front of you which will work based on all the knowledge that you acquired yesterday. So a quick recap yesterday. What have we done? Shapes. We started with shapes. You all have drawn the shapes. Where was the output? Where did you see the shape?
stage area.
On the stage area. Today, we will try to make sure that the same shapes that you have drawn yesterday on the stage area will be made visible on that robot. Can you please open that kit and see? There is a robot inside. Yeah? Can you see this? Something like this. Yeah. My first question to you is, when you look at this, okay, and when you look at this design, Who do you think this design is meant for? Would an adult be very much amazed with this design? Kids, right? So let me just put some background to this. This is a special kind of robot. This is a robot which is used for educational purpose. So it's called as an educational robot. That means you are going to teach something to the students through this. Just look at it, have a look at this thing. Can you see these squares, small squares on it? Yeah? Can anyone just give a guess what they are?
Lights.
Yes, they are lights, they are LEDs. Very nice. And can you see they are placed in a very methodical fashion, resembling a rectangle, right? Rectangular grid.
We don't have it.
Huh?
We don't have it.
Okay, we'll get it. They have it. See, in the two boxes you will have one kit,
Okay.
right? The two boxes comprise of the robotic body followed by the other things which you can join to that. Okay. So these LEDs are clear, right? So we'll first understand the naming. Okay. This is called as a matrix. What it is called? LED matrix. That means as a user you have control over how many LEDs you want to be turned on or off. Right? You can see vertically there are 5 and horizontally there are 7. Okay. Can you see the 2 tires?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, when we were small, we used to get those toys, right? Remote controlaचेर गाडी चलयताले आमकां खूब आवडटाली ती गाडी. पूण प्रॉब्लेम कितें आशिल्लो त्या गाडयेन की ती गाडी म्हाका जाय तशी वतली अशें ना. ती ऑलरेडी कोण तरी करून दितालो. ताणें कशें पळय रिमोटाचेर कंट्रोल केल्यार तशीच ती चलताली. When you teach student how to program this thing, he can make this dance on his tunes if he has understood the programming correctly. पूण त्या कडेन कितें आसतालें लेफ्ट रायट फुडें फाटल्यान चल ताच्या भायर कांयच ना. आज आमी जाता तितले हाजेर कितें कितें इनोवेटीव अशें चिंतपाक शकता तें चिंतुया आनी ट्राय करुया इम्प्लिमेंट करपाक. इट इज सिंपल. ओके. ओनली थिंग यू विल हॅव टू use whatever you have learned yesterday, small part of it here. Okay. दोन बिलां आसा ताका कितें कनेक्टेड आसा. You can move and see. You can hear a nice sound. That sound is coming because of the gears. Metallic gears asa bhitar. When we say gears, we have a misconception. We think of the gears in the car, right? Those are not the only set of gears. There are many other types of gears. आवाज येता पळय तो. ओके. सो आता मातसो हे तुमकां ब्रीफ इंट्रो दिलो आसलो. आता आमी पळोवया की जस्ट सम थियरी. Because yesterday I think there was a question from someone that is there some theory. So today before starting, we would like to give you a small hint of what is a robot, what is robotics. So the study, design and use of robots to perform tasks, okay, autonomously, okay, autonomously means it is automatic, or with minimum human intervention. Okay, if any device falls under this category, we can call it robot. But for today, we are going to only restrict ourselves to this robot. And this is an educational robot. Okay. This is made, as ma'am as introduced in the morning, this has been made by a company called as Stampedia, the same company which is responsible for that software which you used yesterday, Pictobricks. Okay. So there are many types of robots. I will not get deeply into the theory. Industrial robots, service industrial robots. What you feel they are?
Which helps you?
Robots which are used in industry for doing industrial tasks, right? Service robots. Then you have something called humanoid robots. This is very interesting. Humanoid robots are those robots which resemble similar to human beings. But what is the difference between a human being and a robot? See, a robot can do things at a very fast pace. Calculation, maths, खूप faster जाता. मनीस मे बी एट दैट लेवल ना करपाक पावतली. मनीस टायर्ड जाता. रोबोट जायना. But then what makes us different from a robot? Very. See, we have emotions. A robot will not have that. कितलोय try केलो जाल्यार ते करपाक पावना. An emotion of a mother and a child, that relation, can you have it? But we also need to remember that to ease some things in day-to-day life, robots can be handy. तुम्ही आता पहिलाच एक ट्रेंड चालू होता क्लीन करता तो ऑटोमॅटिक फ्लोर असो जाता तो इतले बरे झाला मेजर रिलीफ नी yes it is available it will just move and mop and clean your floor automatically and sometimes there are some robots which are programmed to speak that means if you come in its way it will say you are in my way let me clean okay. So that is the thing. Yenale basic कसले types असते. And what we are going to do today is Corky, which I have given in the introduction at start. Okay. So I think now it's time that I tell you some basic connections. तुमच्या त्या बॉक्सान भितर एक बॅटरी आयली असते. कशी दिसता बॅटरी ती बॅटरी काढा. तुमच्या घरात मॅडम येतली आणि ती बॅटरी कनेक्ट करून तुमकां दितली just so that the connection is made properly. Okay. In the meanwhile, you can sit and just check what else has come in it. And if you see, all the parts are plastic, right? Metallic parts तो आपण use करू ना. Why? Because the children will be using this. This is targeted at children, right? So we don't want any kind of hazard. That's the reason that this plastics design been made for you. Okay. There will be 2 more wheels inside that. And if you see this, this is very peculiar. Can you see this? Yes, step away. Yeah. What design? कित्याचो जालो actually पोवपाक गेल्यार. In real life, is there a design similar to this? गाडयेचो म्हणल्यार कसली स्पेसिफिक रिक्षा शी जाली मातशी गाडी ना एक्झॅक्टली गाडी जाल्यार 4 आसपाक जाय ट्रॅक्टर ओके सो प्लीज ओपन युअर किट्स नाव एंड जस्ट चेक पळयले तुम्ही पळयले So there are 2 modes in which you can program the controller. One is called as the stage mode and the other one is called as the upload mode. The stage mode म्हटल्यार की you take the controller and in real time you interact with that controller. Real time म्हटल्यार की हांव कितें तरी करता आणि ते हांगा दिसता. And the second one is upload mode. Upload mode means what? I will code, okay, then I will put that on the robot and the robot will work on its own. Once I am done with coding, then I don't have any control, okay. And in the stage mode, as you can see, there is stage and upload mode. Can you see? We will use it in stage mode. Alright. So now you can see that I have connected this through the USB port. Correct, Prasiti? So can you see what has happened just now? एक हमें block काढलो. What does that block say?
Forward.
Go forward. What happened then?
It is moving.
Can you see it's moving?
Can you see it is moving? Huh? What did I require to do? एक block, एक click. If I had to code this with a text editor name, म्हाका 4 लाईनी करूच्यो पडटा आशिल्ल्यो. आणि म्हाका याद दवरपा पडटा आशिल्लें कितें हांवें बरोवप तें.
Put it down.
But here, just with the click on one block, I can make it move. आता प्रॉब्लेम कितें जालो? कंप्युटराक एकदा तो सांगलें फुडें वच म्हणून न्ही ताका, की तो फुडें वचत रावतलो. ताका हांवें स्टॉप केला? ना. स्टॉप म्हणून मारतकीर तो स्टॉप जाता. Correct? So this is the power of block based coding that you learned yesterday. Yesterday many questions were there. कित्याक शिकप कितें तें. तो प्रॅक्टिकल यूज ताचो हांगा दिसून येता. काल तुमी शिफ्ट केल्यो. Now you can control the robot. Just एक basic example तुमकां दिलो हांवें. That same thing you can see on your screens. So many blocks are there. Now you tell me, can you see that go forward? Is that the only operation I will do on this?
No, you can go back also.
You can go back. What else should be there?
Left,
Right,
left,
left.
right.
Let us check if it is available with us. Can you see here? Just if I bring this thing, drag this down, forward, backward, left and right. तुम्ही सांगितले ते कसं? Huh? Now the question is, if I want to make that robot move right, turn right, steering na त्याच्याकडे. So we have to steer it. How will we do that? Can you apply some logic? दोन wheels असतात. You want to turn right or left?
So that right wheel should be given or functioning.
Right wheel should be functioning. And what should happen to the left wheel?
It should be stable to take a turn.
Stable. So stop. You mean to say stop?
Yeah. That right wheel.
Okay. तुमकां ही सामके कॉमन टर्म्सान सांगता. तुम्ही प्रदक्षिणा घालतात. कितल्या तरेन घालपाक शकता? स्वतः घालता. हा रोबोटूय बी एक तर स्वतः प्रदक्षिणा घालता नाजाल्यार देवळाक घालता. फूल घालता. आता जर म्हाका फूल प्रदक्षिण घालपाक देवळाक, फूल सर्कम्फरन्स देवळाचें, जाल्यार म्हजे टायर कशे मूव जावपाक जाय?
Go straight, then take a turn.
One side.
If I want to go right, then my left tire should move, whereas my right should stop. Only then it will be a
right.
full प्रदक्षिण.
Yes.
आणि जर म्हाका स्वतः भोवती घालपाक जाय
Both.
जाल्यार लेफ्ट सायडीन जर घालूंक जाय म्हाका लेफ्ट, जाल्यार उजव्याचो मूव जावपाक जाय इन क्लॉकवाइज, whereas the other guy should go anti clockwise. कळ्ळें?
Yes.
आता मोशन कळ्ळें?
Yes.
तुमच्या फुडें ब्लॉक आसा, जाय तसं मोशन करा. कळ्ळें? We will do it. The motion will be taken much more in detail. Okay. Now I would like my colleague and friend Prasiddhi to explain something about this LED matrix. So we will start with the LED matrix first, and then you can try it by yourself. We will have minimum intervention in your exploration. Some time will be given for exploration so that you can come out with your own patterns. I have just given you a brief on motion. Okay, so a robot like this can have multiple types of motions. एक तो straight वतलो, एक तो उजव्याक वतलो, एक तो दाव्याक वतलो, एक तो घुंवतलो. Will this interest those children that you are catering to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
They will like this?
Yes. Definitely.
आता तांकां टॉयज दिवपाची गरज ना न्ही खेळपाक. They can make their own toy, programmable toy. In fact, in the afternoon session, we are planning to go around with some sensor applications. Sensors जाणा न्ही? 5 senses आमच्यो. थोड्यांक सवय आसता एक. So you will be amazed that there are a variety of sensors available in market which you can interface. But we will start with the basic. जे भुरग्यांक tangibly आपल्या दोळ्या मुखार दिसतले ते आमी ट्राय करता दाखोवपाक. So till now, is it interesting? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This is very basic, but I can guarantee you that you can do, if you have that kind of imagination, you can do a lot of things with it. We'll try. There was some issue with the Bluetooth connection earlier. What happens is there are multiple Bluetooth screens. So sometimes there is a problem with connection. So what we have decided now is to connect it on the COM port. COM port connection is made here. Can you see connected to COM6? That is your USB. तुमच्या हाचेर maybe some other COM will come. On mine it is COM6. So there are two ways in which you can program the kit. One is through Bluetooth and one is through USB. So right now we are connected to USB. I would now request Prasiddhi Madam to go through the programming of LED matrix. Can you see that LED? Is there?
Yes.
Yeah. So we will try to program that first.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of PMU, once again I would like to welcome you all. Now, I'm saying PMU welcomes you. Okay? If I want to display this using pictograms, how can we do that? Any idea? Using yesterday's knowledge?
Come on.
Can you please explore and check? Is there any block using which we can do that? I want it to display on this page, not Corky. Here. Please explore and see if there is any block like that. Did anyone get it?
Then under display.
Okay, please pay attention. See, here we have different colors categories. Okay. Now, till here, till my blocks, these are default categories. Okay. Now, after this, from Corky onwards, all these blocks comes under Corky. Okay. Corky, display, robot, sensors, speakers. These categories are for Corky. Now, I told you I want it to get displayed here. So, is it related to Corky? No. Normal programming using pictograms like how we did yesterday. So, search for a block above this. Display. Just display. PMU welcomes you, or any sentence, whichever you want. Did anyone get it?
Under loops.
Yeah, correct. Did you find anything?
Hello.
What is the name of the block?
Say hello.
Say hello. Okay, just take it out. Take that block out on the main screen.
Done.
Type and say. Type any sentence in place of hello and check what it does. Everyone got it? No? So you have to go in loops, purple color blocks. Okay? Here you will find many blocks. In that there are two say blocks. One is say hello for 2 seconds. Other one is say hello. Now what do you think? What is the difference between these two blocks?
Second, timing.
Timing. In the first option we can set the timing. Okay? But here we can't set timing. Okay? So I'm taking one block and typing.
put one block of flag.
Which is that block? In events, there's one block called when flag is clipped.
Clip.
This is the block?
Yes.
Okay, so where I have to put it?
On top.
Why top?
So that's the starting point.
Starting point. So basically, no matter what we have on this screen, how many blocks do we have on this screen, only the computer will execute the program which is under this flag. Okay? So now if I click on flag, is it getting displayed?
Yes.
PMU welcomes you. Okay? Now this is about crypto blocks. What if I want to display the same thing on the core key?
We have
Upload?
We have to go on the Pocky side. Those other blocks which are down.
So we have to use other blocks. Can you please explore and try? Remove same and try it to display it on core key. Now in place of same, which block are you going to use? Where you will find the block? In core key blocks, right? Did anyone get it? Try it out. Which block are you going to use? There are many blocks under display. Which block are you going to use? From this? Which one?
On which we can type.
So which block?
Display hello means hello medium
This
speed.
one?
Yes.
Display hello with color option is there as well as the.
Okay, with speed.
Now what is the speed? Why is it required?
How fast you want to change that word?
It should be display. It cannot be a one word, it will be a group of words.
Huh.
It can be sure.
And our screen
Very
is
small.
small. Okay, it is made up of few LED matrix. So it's not possible to display the entire sentence or in fact the word on this small screen. That's why what will happen? The sentence will run. Okay, PMU welcomes you. Okay, so that speed we can control using this option. And why is this option given here?
To change the color.
To customize, right? To change the color. So we'll try this.
Yes.
So can you see? Whatever I have typed inside that text box, it is getting displayed on the screen. Did you try it? Now what is the difference between this and this?
Alphabet.
So it is limited. Here we can't type the entire sentence. Okay? In this we can type the sentence. Here only letters of alphabet. Okay? Understood? Now, okay, while taking picture or yesterday also when ma'am was presenting, did you notice our logo, Cats Goa logo? What was, how was it looking like? QR code? There was one plus sign.
Yes.
Okay? Now, let's try designing that logo on this. It is very simple. We are not designing any code. Okay, ready-made blocks are available in this. So, I'll show you how to draw any shape on this matrix. Okay, I'll show you one, then you try your own shapes. Okay, but this is limited. We can't draw like so. We have very few LEDs, so it is limited. Our logo the logo which I am going to draw now is similar to our logo, except I can't draw due to the limitation of the space. Okay. Now here, if you see, there's one block called display matrix. Okay. So you have to use this block. Now, if you click on this drop down, you will get pre-designed shapes. Okay? See, there are many shapes. There's one house, heart. This also looks like a house, tree. Okay, many shapes are there. So now I draw CARES logo. Okay? So first, for that I have to erase. Okay, whatever is currently present on it. So I am erasing. All LEDs are off. Okay. So there are 7 columns and 5 rows. Okay, while naming this LED falls under row 1 and column 1. Okay. Now this one is
2.
row 1, column 2, like that. Okay. So first I will take white color. In the middle, it is like plus sign. So I glow these LEDs with white color light. Okay. Now here we have L shapes. Basically, it is a square. Okay, then here like this it is. Okay, so that I indicate using blue color. It is similar to our logo, not exactly the same. Understood what I did? Then press OK. Done. So now here there are 2 blocks. When I click on flag, this block will get executed first. So whatever I have written, that will get executed first, and after that logo will get displayed. Okay? Can you see?
Yes.
Can you try it out? Please try this. Then try your own shapes. So are you finding it interesting?
Yes.
Is it easy to begin with? So try your own shapes. Okay. I'll give you one problem. See, right now for CARES logo, middle I have used white LEDs and here blue color. Now I want it to get blinked. Okay, first I want it to look like this, and in the next blink I want this blue color here. In place of white plus sign I want blue color, and in place of blue color I want white. How are you going to do it?
Set LED.
Try. You have to design it again, right?
Yes, come on. Wow.
Please try it. It is very simple. Okay, by the way, there are no predefined blocks. Using same block you have to do it. When I click on this, First I'll get the sentence and at the end logo. But that logo stays there. LEDs are on. Okay? How to turn it off? Or how to erase the content which I have displayed last?
Clear screen.
हो कॉन्सेप्ट काय शिकल्या तुम्ही डायरेक्टली काय शिकल्या तोच अप्लाय करपाक द्या क्लिक करपाक जाय न्ही तुमकां क्लिक जाता जाल्यार कितें करचें पडलें चिंता काय
They have
कशी So you are clicking the caps logo, right? चिंता किती जावपाक जाय तें क्लिक जाता तेन्ना कितें जाता तुमकां पयली इमेज दिसता मागीर ती थोड्या वेळा खातीर वता मागीर परत येता सो हें लॉजीक कशें लायतलें आय रिपीट अगेन ब्लिंक जावप म्हणल्यार कितें इमेज दिसप मागीर ती क्लियर जावप मागीर परत दिसप आनी हें कंटिन्युअसली जायत रावतलो एम आय रायट सो तुमकां अशें चिंता तुमी आतां की म्हाका पयली इमेज दाखोवची पडली मागीर ती काडची पडली परत दाखोवची पडली परत काडची पडली येस सो यू विल हॅव टू सर्च which is that block which will control that time okay
So first I want this pattern, right? Correct? Next thing that I want is other pattern.
which pattern
But before that I want to clear the screen, right? Now here in display you will find clear screen. Okay? Then
understanding my problem
again I want same logo but inverted colors. Correct? So again I am designing one logo. Now middle plus sign is of blue color and these are white in color. Correct? Done? Okay? Now if I run this, it is blinking, but only one time. I want this to happen again and again. Okay? So what did we did yesterday? Make a block. So go in my blocks, create new block. What name I will give? Blink. Okay. Do we need any input here? No. Done? Now what I have to do?
Take this over there.
Correct. So take this here and then what is the thing?
And then
Next
put again
thing.
the blue.
Medical.
This here. Done? No. Correct. Then I have to put this block again
Down.
down. Now what is happening here? See, I have defined first. I had defined under block. These are the steps. So when I click on flag, these 3 steps are getting executed. Okay? But I want this thing to happen again and again. Suppose if I want to blink the same LED 100 times, are you going to duplicate this again and again? No. So that's why we are creating loop. And under blink, we already know that these 3 steps are present. So instead of putting these 3 steps 100 times, we are putting that loop, that block here. Okay? Now if I can you see? Understood? Everybody? Any doubt till here? No?
clear space is needed.
Usually it is needed, but here it is happening fast. So it's fine if you remove. It's working for you, right? Okay. Till here everyone understood?
Yes.
So now let's do some math.
Copy paste the file. Now same thing.
Or else what you can do is you can put the clear screen at the end so that
नादले तुका तो फील नव्हता
at the end this is clear. Okay?
आता किती करू शकता तुम्ही काल साईज झाल्या सायंकाळी सारी सचवड आता सेम
Are you trying something new?
Yes.
Okay, I'm giving you 10 minutes. You can try your like creativity. Then we'll do some math. What you moving 100 steps. Steps are available there,
Under motion.
but it's a speed, not 100 steps. 100 speed. Okay, which one?
Move.
Okay. Now please pay attention. Okay. Yesterday everyone had used what? Move block, right? So keep this aside. You had used move 10 steps. So what was happening?
The cat was moving 10 steps.
Cat was moving. Now you want to move what? Corky. Okay? Is it using this block? Is our corky going to move?
No.
In the beginning itself, Shrey sir had shown you one block, right? Which was move forward with 100 steps, which was coming under corky blocks. Okay? So this motion block is for this character. Understood? Not for the corky. For corky movement, you have to use robot blocks. Understood? So using move, you can't move corky.
yes. Only for quality, but
So we are going to do motions later, but let's work with display, okay? But now we are going to do some basic math, very simple math, okay? We'll start.
Yes.
Do you need more time? More time you want? This group? Done? Okay, we start with the new. Okay. If I want to add two numbers, numbers, what we do?
First step.
How we add?
5 plus 2, 7.
5 plus 2 equals to
7.
okay. Now I want Toby to give me that answer and display it on our Corky screen. Okay. So please try it out. You can, and it's not just 5 plus 2, it should give me flexibility to take any number. So basically addition of two numbers. Okay, and then Toby has to give me that answer and display it on Corky screen. Want to add two numbers. We can also add three numbers. Okay, they are trying that. So first let's finish the two number thing, right? Here, for addition, even when we use calculator, what we do? First we enter first number. Okay, let's name it as number 1. Okay, then we add plus sign. Correct? There is plus button on calculator. Then I need number 2. Okay, and when I click on equal to, I get my answer. So here I had given you one example, 5 plus 2. You have found that operator, right? Plus sign operator. So using that operator looks like this. Here there is one bracket, here there is one bracket, and middle there is one plus sign. So if you put 5 here, if you type 5 and if you type 2 here and click on this block, and if you use say option to display, it will display 7. Okay? But what did I tell you? I want flexibility to add any numbers. Okay, 2 digit, 3 digit, any numbers. So for that, I have to create what? Block for number 1, block for number 2. Okay? So, very simple. Yesterday you had done blocks, right? So go in my blocks. I am creating one block just for addition. So I am giving name add. Okay? Then for addition, here it is addition of two numbers. So how many inputs I am taking from user? 2 inputs. So from these 4 inputs, which input I have to take? Add which input? Add input number, add input text. Which one? First one, number. Why number? Because we are adding numbers. And how many times I need this?
2 times.
2 times. Because we are adding 2 numbers. So I will name it as number 1. Again I am taking another input. Name it as number 2. Okay? My block is created. Now here when I create block, what happens? One block is shown here and one definition block is shown here. Meaning I have created block. But here I am assigning task to that block. Basically जेन्ना हांवें तो ब्लॉक क्रिएट केलो ताणे कितें काम करपाचें तें हांव डेफिनेशनान सांगता आनी हो ब्लॉक यूज करपाचो. ओके, this block we can use wherever we want in the code and this is the definition. कितें काम ताणे करप तें आमी हांगा बरयता. Understood? So what is the task of this block? Add two numbers. So, okay, let's put it here. Now to display it on screen, what we want? Say. Can you see any addition operator here?
Yes.
The first one is addition operator. By default, only
Two numbers.
Two brackets are there, right?
Yes.
So we can add two numbers. So I am taking that operator, putting it here. Now what is my next step?
Put the numbers.
Which numbers?
Number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2.
Okay, so I have to pass these blocks here. Now here what is happening is I am using this block here. Okay, I am entering block numbers inputs here in these empty spaces. Okay, but see this bracket, name of this box, okay, consider it as box. Name of this box is
Number 1.
number 1. Name of this box is
Number 2.
number 2. So whatever I am putting in box 1 will go and get stored in this block. Understood? The content I am putting here and it is getting stored here. Same thing here. So whatever number I am putting in this block, it is getting saved here. And every time it is getting replaced. Every time when I am running the code and typing the new number here, it is getting replaced. So now by default there is 1 1 here. That means in this box there is 1 and in this box there is 1. Okay? Now it is sending the content of number 1 here and content of number 2 here. So every time it is going to be a new number. So what is 1 plus 1? 2. So when I click on flag, Toby is giving me the answer as 2. Correct? Now if I put 20 here, it is giving me answer as 21. Now same thing I want to display it on
Screen.
Corky. Which block am I going to use?
Display.
Display. Which one? Which one you will prefer? First or second? Display hello or display A?
Display hello.
Why?
More than 1.
So when it is 2-digit number, okay, there are chances of more than obviously 3-digit answer you will get, 2-digit answer you will get, right? So if we use this, it will display only one letter, one number. Okay. Now with this block also there is one problem. Okay. If I run this,
number 1 plus number 2 also. Number 1 plus number 2 also.
okay, try this. Try this code. Try this. Now my answer is 21, but here it is showing 2 even after using the other display block with speed. Okay. Now we have noticed that it is not displaying 2-digit numbers. Okay, but we have found a solution that if we add one letter to it, then it is displaying. Okay, so we'll frame one sentence or we'll say sum is equal to, or you can just put a dot also, then it will show the 2 digits. Okay, so for that, now here there's no space to type the sentence or put any character here, right? So for that, in pictoblocks there's one operator called join operator. Okay, now what is the use of this operator? You can use it anywhere. Okay, suppose now this only one bracket is there. Okay, here either you can type something or put block. Okay, either you can type add any block there. Both you can't do together. Okay? Suppose if you want to add two blocks here, you can't do that. If you want to add text as well as block, you can't do that. Okay? So for that, join operator can help us. Okay? Use join operator as many as you want. Okay? Now I am putting this my answer here in the second bracket. In the first bracket, I am just typing something. You can also put a dot, okay, or equal to. So let's try with equal to. And one more advice. See, whenever you are using this join operator, okay, and the bracket in which you are typing the text, always make sure that you are leaving space after that text. Okay, because what happens, suppose if I type equal to here, okay, and if I don't leave space here, then what will happen? Equal to and my answer will come together. Suppose if there is one number here by default 1 and my answer is 10, but it will show as 110. Correct? So that's why make sure that after typing or even before typing, leave space. Make a habit. Okay? Now if I check, it is showing me 21. Okay? With equal to sign. So if you just put the addition thing, it is not getting displayed. So that's why enter any character or letter. It will give you answer. It will display it on Corky. Okay? Try this out. You can do this for 3 digits also.
Is the right time to introduce this. When I introduce the kit, yeah, I muddam त्यांना सांगणं शिकले because it could create some confusion in that. Now it's the perfect time. You see, she asked you a very important question. Now, here is the question. की computer तुमका आन्सर क्वेश्चन विचारता आणि तुमचे आन्सर सारखे असाल तो सारखे असा म्हणून सांगता त्याला ना म्हणून सांगता. Here what has happened now? What have you done?
सगळं आम्हीच केलं.
ना तुम्ही करू ना.
Input
तुम्ही दिल्या.
Yeah.
ऍडिशन कम्प्युटरान केला.
Yes.
हा पण तो ताजेर डिस्प्ले केला पयली तो तुमच्या कम्प्युटरान केला का ताणे स्वतः केला.
स्वतः केलं.
Why I am bringing this point is जो तुमचा मायक्रो कंट्रोलर आसा पळय तो Corky आता इट लुक समथिंग लाइक दिस असो कितें आसा तो. Please pardon me, my drawing is not very good. So this is Corky. Yeah, don't tire them. Now we'll come to exactly what is happening inside. See, you have connected the Corky to your laptop, right?
Yes.
So there is a connection through your laptop to Corky, and Corky is displaying something. Right? It is taking some data from here, right, from the laptop, and it is displaying. आता म्हाका जर कितें प्रोसेस करपाक जाय, प्रोसेस, when I say process न्ही, she asked me 10 plus 12 कितले? हांवें आन्सर दिले 22. खंयच्यान दिले हांवें ते? Which part of my body did that?
Brain.
The brain. She asked me a question, I processed, right? Similarly, when you put Toby says, but actually Toby म्हणतात ते, who is doing that entire processing? Computer. Similarly, in Corky, there is a very small computer, you can say. In very crude language, a very small computer. तुम्ही जर तो उलटो केलो न्ही तर तुमकां पोना ते चिप्स दिसतले. Right? So तो न्ही एक ESP32 नावाचो कंट्रोलर यूज करता. Okay? And what is that controller? It is the brain of that Corky. Even for it to display that 2 or 50 or 22 or whatever number, it has to do a lot of processing, which you can't see. But that is being done by this. And this is called as the microcontroller. and this is the brain. Okay, and in the morning I said 5 senses. Who is actually processing the 5 senses? तो चिमटो काढलो तुका दुखता कोण सांगता तुका तो चिमटो काढला this जाका येना the person whose brain is not functional will he be able to feel pain? No. So now I am bringing this up is whatever you are doing here is being done by the computer, but whatever he is doing, Porky is doing, is done by that small chip. कितें म्हणतात ताका? What did we say? It's called as a microcontroller. Tomorrow when you are explaining, some students might be curious की कितें कशें काम करता. So the robot should have its own brain like me. Brain न्ही तो मनशा ब्रेना भशेन न्ही तो.
Control.
बाकीचे इमोशन्स आसा तेही हांगाच आसा न्ही आमचे. राग आनी हांसप ते रोबोट करना. Right? पूण this is the brain. So now actually कितें जाला आता तुम्ही जो प्रोजेक्ट केला पळय वो बारीकसो तातूंत एक काम ह्या सायडीन जाला आनी दुसरें काम हांगा जाला. So it is a two-way communication. Correct? Now in the coming classes, that is आमचे lunch break जातकीर we will see हांगा कितें तरी जाला, something is happening here. But who is coming to know? Your laptop is coming to know. So now how the communication is happening? See, आता तुम्ही कितें केलें? Move forward म्हणले तो forward गेलो. How communication is happening? From here to here.
Yes.
Now if something it detects, it has to tell me how communication is happening.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah,
Other way.
ultani.
Correct.
He will tell me something is there, and only then I will do something. ते कितें तें मागीर पळोवया. So this is actually what you are learning today is a two-way communication. Right? So we are using two-way communication between the laptop and the controller. Actually आम्ही controller च control करता न्ही. Controller is controlling the motors. Right? Understood?
What is the first task of the computer? To ask question. What is 12 plus 30? Like that, right? So, can you see sensing here? Sensing. So, go in this category of blocks. Now, see blocks here. Touching mouse pointer, touching color, then ask what is your name, answer, key space pressed, mouse down, okay? So basically all these blocks are sensing the inputs given by the user, okay? So first using ask. Okay, whenever we ask any question, whenever the computer is asking question to the user, whatever answer user is giving is by default stored in answer block. Okay? So, first thing is we want computer to ask us question. Now, what is our question? We'll just keep it simple. 10 plus 12. Okay, so number 1 plus number 2. Now, for this, what I need? Do I need operator?
Yes.
No. It is asking question. If I use operator, it will give me answer. Okay? So for that, what can I use? See, here, there is only one bracket, but I want to put 2 numbers. So I'll use join operator. I make use of join operator. Okay? Now, in the first, what I want? My number 1. Second, and modi plus sign naka. Number 1, I want my question to look like this. So if I am taking 13 plus 19, this is how I want question to. So I think we need to use more join blocks. Okay? In the first bracket I am going to put my number 1. sign. But whenever I am typing characters, what did I tell you?
Equal to. Space.
Space before and after. So space plus space. Okay? In the next bracket,
Number.
number. Do you want to put that question mark and equal to? Yeah? Okay. So I
One more
take
join.
another join. Is that enough? Equal to. So here my number will come and here question. That equal to and question mark. So since both are characters, I can put in the same bracket. No need to use another bracket. So I'll say before that space. So equal to question mark space. Okay. Now is it complete? Is it complete?
No.
Can you see this? Is it complete? No. Here I want my number 1,
Number 2.
number 2. From where will I get it?
Yeah. Defining number.
So I want basically the block of the number.
Yes.
So from where? Do I need to create another block like how you did previously?
No, but that
That is for user.
is for user input. Same.
User input किधर?
Yes.
तुमचा डाउट क्लियर झाला. Okay, right now I am not answering. Later you will get.
Okay.
Okay, so here also we are making one block. Okay, so I am making block. What name will give?
Number 1.
Now will be
Sum.
Sum. And how many inputs?
2.
2. Okay, this is my number 1. This is my
Number 2.
number 2. Okay, block is created. So in this block, under this block, this is my first block that will get executed. It will ask question. Now you said we are taking input from the user in previous program. Okay, both numbers were given by the user. Okay, actually the content of this block, I told you these are like boxes. So the content was given by the user. Okay, here also we are making use of block, but now in this case the content will be given by the computer. Okay, so we are just using the blocks. Okay, not inputs. Understood? The content here will be given by the computer inputs. Okay, so I am taking number 1 here,
Number 2.
number 2 here. Okay, now from where will I get this number 1 and number 2? I want it to come from computer. So if I want to use this block, what I need to do? Where I have to attach this block? Sum here, right? In order to run it. So here in previous case I had entered, you all had entered the number, but now computer will enter. How? And any random numbers. Sensing, can you see any block in sensing which will help us to get this output? Is there any block?
Ask.
No.
Answer.
You are asking computer?
No. Answer.
If
Answer. See, whatever question you are asking, after that here one text box will get displayed, and whatever input you are giving from the keyboard typing here, that is sensed by the computer, okay, and gets stored here. Okay, so not that. Go in operators and see. Can you see anything which will help you?
Pick
random.
Pick random numbers, right? So computer will pick random numbers for both number 1 and number 2. Now here range is given. Right? Range is given. Here it is 1 to 10 by default. You can change that range. Okay? So right now I am keeping it like this only. You can change. So now first step is done. Right? Computer will. So when I run this, it is asking the question. Right? 4 plus 10 is equal to question mark. You have to type your answer here. Okay? Understood? Now if you type your answer, I am saying 14. It should say correct. Is it giving me correct? No. So we have to further code. Right? So what is the next step? Once answer is entered, it is sensed and stored in which block? Answer block, which is in sensing, right? Now, what is my condition here?
If else. If the answer is correct.
We have to use if else. Why if else?
If answer
If
is
the answer
correct,
is correct, you will say that.
if
Right,
sum is
correct.
So, if answer is correct,
then say correct.
answer
Else say
is
wrong.
correct, okay? Then it has to say
Correct.
correct,
Else
else
wrong.
wrong. Right? So I think you know where to use if else. Okay? Let me take you back in your 10th standard. पयलींचे पेरेंट्स मातशे स्ट्रिक्ट आशिल्ले आतां मातशे तशे पर्सेंटेज बीन तितली इम्पॉर्टंट ना सो पयलीं म्हणटाले न्ही सपोज तुवें 85% घेतले 90% घेतले आय गिव यू दिस डील करताले ओके सो दे वर meaning they were putting one condition before us, right? Okay, suppose if you score 85%, I'll give you
iPhone.
then iPhone. Okay, iPhone. Okay, I'll give you
85,000
iPhone. Else
Else am I?
still option is there, right? MI दितास पण फोन दितास ताच्या वाट्याचो मार बीन काय ना so if you score 85% you will get iPhone ना जाल्यार काय ना
Yes, okay.
okay ना जाल्यार काय ना जाल्यार मोबाईल घेऊ MI okay
Yeah.
MI else MI पण त्यांना मेळनाशिल्ले आता मेळटा न्ही आताचे सो कितें म्हणटा आमी इफ माय कंडिशन इफ एल्स लूप सगळ्यांनी पळयला where you will get it in controls blue line
खाजे झालं तुम्ही वयर घालून
The easiest way to test is एक मोटर चलेगा बरोबर डालूंगा.
okay so you will get that in controls can you see this if else if then else right so see this observe this block okay there's if written okay then there is hexagon shape
Yes.
and then there is one empty space here okay else another empty space so the condition okay condition you are putting in this hexagon shape okay so त्या ब्लॉकाची शेप सुद्धा हाका मॅच जावपाक जाय you cannot put this joint block here or operator add 1 plus this number addition operator because shape is not hexagon right so the condition 85% you are going to, if you score 85%, you will get iPhone. ना झाल्यार MI phone. कळ्ळें?
Yes.
Now here what is our condition? आता कंडिशन किती आमची?
Getting the answer.
If messages come,
Suppose I am taking 8 plus 5. What is 8 plus 5? What is 8 plus 5? 30. So, if 8 plus 5 is equal to 13, this is my condition. Okay, in hexagon shape. I drew rectangle but hexagon shape. So, if this condition is satisfied, if this condition is true,
then
you are going to say, computer is going to say
correct.
correct. Else, ना झाल्यार
Wrong.
wrong. So, first, to display correct and wrong, what are you going to use? To display it on Corgi? Display block. So, this is clear. But, in condition, what are you going to put? So, this part is clear. To display it, if it is correct, to display it, you are going to use which block?
Display.
Display block. So, correct. Right? ना झाल्यार else
Wrong.
wrong. झाले? But it makes no sense because we have not put condition. What is our condition? Number 1 plus number 2 is equal to correct answer. Correct? So how are we going to put? Where the answer which you are typed, where is it stored? In sensitive. In which block?
Answer.
Answer. So if this answer is equal to your correct answer, correct answer computer कशे कळटले? आता हांवें तुमकां विचारले 8 plus 5 तुम्ही म्हटले 13. म्हाका कशे कळले correct काय wrong ते? Because I have processed the data, right? I have done the addition in my mind. So I know that 8 plus 5 is 13. So how computer is going to check that?
Number plus 1.
Huh. So we have to use operator, right? Addition operator. In this we are going to put
Number.
number 1,
Number 2.
number 2. Okay? आणि म्हाका चेक करपाक जाय whether this number 1 answer is equal to this answer. पण आता अशे चेक करपाक शकता?
No.
ना. I'll have to take the help of another block. So from here, which block can I use to check whether this answer, content of answer is equal to the content of number 1 plus number 2. A is equal to B. असा हे check करपाक खंयचो ऑपरेटर घेवपाक शकता? Equal to. Okay? That 50 is by default value. You can change it. And is that shape
Yes.
is compatible with this one?
Yes. Something like that.
We can fill it here.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I am putting this condition here,
And answer.
answer here, and then this will go. Okay.
Yes.
Now let's check if it is giving us correct answer. We are entering 7. Correct. ओके आता मग नाला करेक्ट तुम्ही सिम्बॉल सुद्धा प्रिंट करपाक शकता ग्रीन कलर करेक्ट
This one.
रॉंग झाल्यार
Matrix.
wrong. Okay, then you try because here we have to read it, right? And it takes time. So better option is to display the correct symbol and the wrong symbol.
Try केलं.
entering, see, the question is 1 plus 2. I am entering 3. So I am getting correct. Again I will try 9 plus 2. I will say 9. Wrong. Okay, try this.
Now the canvas is yours. With this LED, you can do many things, and it's up to you to explore it. Okay? Now what we are doing is motion. This is a favorite part of the kids also, because now they can see something move, right? With the command basic सुरू करूया आम्ही. पहिले forward वचपाचें कशें. So I'm just doing this. Everyone can see, no? Right?
This one is fine.
Everyone can see it. So now we move to the next part, that is giving motion to that. पयली forward बोधो दाखयना हांवें तुमकां. कितें करा न्ही, just say please take it in your hand first. I want you to take the quirky in your hand and see how the motors are rotating.
And hold board, not tires.
Yeah. Don't hold the tires, otherwise it will start moving along that. So also hold the. And now from now on I will use the terms wheels and motors interchangeably. Okay. Motor is connected to that wheel, right? So if the motor rotates, the wheel also rotates. So I use it interchangeably. Please don't get confused. So असं हातान घ्या आणि तो मूव फॉरवर्ड गो फॉरवर्ड म्हणून आसा पळय 100% स्पीड 100% स्पीड प्लीज क्लिक ऑन दैट no sir you have to connect it
We are doing it Bluetooth.
झालं try no the name was given 9E36
936.
there is 9E36 have you tried done is it green
Yes.
okay what about you madam no for now as it is already used sir we will switch to Bluetooth in the afternoon now what we will do is we will wire on this and others I have to connect separately can you see the connections now yeah so how are they rotating this direction right yeah don't give it a name and all clockwise anti-clockwise just see how they are rotating this is your forward right now please try the backward command so to try the backward command you go here and just click on this and go backward so can you see now both the motors are rotating in reverse at any point of time you want to stop them from rotating use the stop robot command okay yeah now I am putting forth a question to you okay can you see this 100% speed
Yes.
why do you think they have given that so right now your motors are rotating at their 100% speed maximum speed right that means there is a minimum speed
Yes.
that is 0% that means Pictoblocks is giving me the choice of changing the speed of my motor from 0 to 100 how will I do that
Change that. Add.
no okay that is fine so if I put 50% here it will be slower now I am giving you a task start the motor with 0 speed slowly go on increasing till it reaches 100 nice man. When you start your car it is initially at 0 then when you press the accelerators it starts accelerating right so if I want to practically see that speed increasing first it has to be 0 then 1, then 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on till 100.
Set parameters. Take something for set parameters.
You have understood now what I want?
Yes, yes.
When I click the flag, the motor should be 0, then slowly it has to increase in speed.
Set parameters. Something.
Would you like to try? I'll give 2 minutes. Please try. This is what computational thinking एक term का use of computational thinking. You take a problem and then split it into smaller problems, right? माझा problem किती आसा? म्हाका 100 स्पीडीचेर पावपाक जाय. सुरवात हांव करता खंयच्यान? 0. सो आतां पळय आता. So माझो टार्गेट आसा 100%. I start from 0, right? So म्हाका एक ब्लॉक तयार करचो पडटलो जो चेक करतलो हांव 100% ताचेर पावला काय ना तो. 100% पावतकीर हांव कितें करतलो? म्हजो मोटर स्टॉप करतलो. टील देन म्हजो मोटर कितें जावपाक जाय? चेंजिंग स्पीडीर चलपाक जाय. सो पळय हांवें कितें केलां थंय? I have made one function or a custom called increment. Increment म्हटल्यार वाडोवप. आणि हांवें थंय कंडिशन घाला. See that condition if step is equal to 0 हांवें step equal to 100 कित्याक थंय 100 घाला हांवें? Can you relate? 100 कित्याक घाला हांवें थंय 500 कित्याक घालूं ना?
Because that was maximum speed.
Maximum speed is 1 and secondly म्हाका पिक्टो ब्लॉक्स 100% पर्यंत दिता चेंज करपाक आणि 100च्यान हांव स्टॉप जातलो म्हणून जाणा म्हणून हांवें पयलींच सांगला म्हजो स्टेप जेन्ना 100 जातलो मोटर स्टॉप कर ना जाल्यार कितें कर मोटर मूव कर करता न्ही तो 100 जर आसा स्टॉप कर ना जाल्यार कितें कर फॉरवर्ड आणि कितल्या स्टेपान स्टेप कितलो दवरला हांवें सुरवातीक 0. आता पळया दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सुरवात जाली 0च्यान नेक्स्ट स्टेप आयलो खंय गेलो तो परत वयर गेलो करेक्ट अगेन इट हॅज कम हियर वन्स इट गोज हियर नाव व्हॉट इज द स्टेप
+1.
पयली 0 आशिल्लो आता कितलो जालो 1 इज 1 इक्वल टू 100 नो गो डाउन हांगा कितलो जालो स्टेप 0 जालो काय 1 जालो 1 आता 1 आसा सकयल आयलो 1 + 1 कितलो जालो 2 सो हांगा 2 इज इक्वल टू 100 ना परत सकयल यो हे जातले 100 फावट कळ्ळें माझो प्रॉब्लेम व्हडलो आशिल्लो तो हांवें स्प्लिट केलो हांवें कितें सांगलें प्रत्येक फंक्शन स्पीड बाय 1%च वाडयतले दॅट मीन्स द फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू कॉल दिस फंक्शन व्हॉट इट इज डुइंग इंक्रीजिंग स्पीड बाय 1. After that, the same function is being called with a different speed. Now what will happen is, you will see that slowly the motors will gain speed. Once it reaches 100, it will stop. If I want to make it still faster, what I will say, increase step by, instead of 10, increase it by 10. मतलब step plus 10 जर करत आणि faster the speed. So first it will be 0, then 10, then 20, 30 असे करून दाखवतो. So if you try this just hold this pressing. Please run and show them what happens. ओय काय कळना पळय हळू जालो
आवाजाचेर कळटा
जालो स्टॉप 100 पावलो की स्टॉप जालो तो
हांगा पळय वायरिंग खातीर वापरलो वता पण स्लो साकून फास्ट
Okay, now I have told it to stop, that's why it is stopping. If I remove the stop from there, it will go. चालू करतो.
एकदा चालू केलो म्हणटो चालू
Yeah, and one more thing. When the step is very small, 1, 2, 3, मतलब 1%, 2%, that speed you can't even feel. That's why initially you see after you run the program, ito motor kaso nasa. Because it is not getting that much voltage. It is getting full voltage at 100%. म्हणून तो तसो. Now this I think is not working on this thing. Have you applied this? Yeah? Then you should stop. Why it is not stopping? Let me just check the board. No, it should stop. No, there are too many functions here. Nakati kada. Restart PictoBlocks again and see. It will work. Is this clear? Is this clear? Now if I want to go ulta, start with maximum speed and then stop. Slow. That's
Step equal to 0.
No. Wait, I want to start at 100 and reach 0. म्हणल्या
If step
हांगा म्हाका 100 घालूंक जाय सुरवातीक.
Yes.
Right? That means I'll say if step is equal to 0, stop motor. Right? Else what you do?
Forward.
Same forward. Step. हांगा कितें येतलें?
minus.
Step -1. Is this clear?
So here we are decrementing.
Now. Simple case. वो मोटराची स्पीड जाली.
Why?
If there is a LED आसा, ताची brightness म्हाका चड करपाक जाय. Can I use same?
Yes.
Brightness.
Yes.
ताका dim करपाक जाय. Can I use the same thing?
Yes.
एक concept, दोन गोष्टी लागतात.
Why?
You think the students will get interested in this when they see it? Maybe this might be difficult for them to understand at first, but when they see it, will they get interested or not?
Yes.
Right?
You can apply this for LEDs also.
Now you can join both the functions. One function to increase the speed slowly, and the next function to decrease it. म्हणल्यार कितें जातलें? मोटर पयलीं हळू करून स्पीड घेतलो, मागीर परत हळू करून कमी करतलो. Can you do that? Both function कर. Increment it, decrement it, connect them together. Get the same. Yeah.
Is there any way we can display that speed on the LED?
On the LED, of course you can. What do you want? You want to display the speed percentage?
Yes.
Yes. You tell me now. You ask a good question. You tell me. First, you tell me which is the parameter which is controlling speed. Step. So, तू जी matrix असा पळय ती मॅडम करता ती डिस्प्ले थंय कितें येवचें पडलें? थंय तुमी टायप करताली न्ही ताच्या जाग्यार कितें येवचें पडलें?
So it will show.
It will show खंयच्या स्पीडीर आसा तो.
Okay. Show.
You can try it. And if you are having problem with the numbers coming, then use that method of joining two. It should give you that. And if you want Toby to show you that, Toby also can show you. Can you see that? Toby पहिले सांगता. Just run that and show them what Toby is doing. See now what I have done. Toby 19 under asa. Please run it again. पण कितल्या फास्ट स्पीड चेंज जाला ती पळय. आता मॅडमीचो क्वेश्चन, कॅन यू डिस्प्ले इट ऑन LED?
Yes.
तुमकां जाय जाल्यार थंय बरया ताच्या फुडें किलोमीटर पर आवर ऑप्शन तुमकां जाल्यार घालूंक मेळटा. बट एक्चुअली इट विल नॉट बी रियलिस्टिक बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एक्चुअली मेजरिंग द स्पीड. ना भुरग्यांचे अटेंशन ग्रॅब करपाक ती स्पीड अशी दाखयला. एक्चुअली दिस इज नॉट दॅट स्पीड. क्लियर? तुमचें जायना ना सी स्लोली get the speed. This is clear? Any difficulty?
roll number available, join.
Display. Tatani.
Can we keep it like this? With some stand, something? So that all can see.
Like, they are checking on their perspective.
कोणती boxes support on the
Tatani.
only the double. So whatever you do.
Now double sold.
Yes.
Now I can explain one more concept now. Can you see that speed has slowed? The moment I put this here, त्याची स्पीड स्लो झाली. कित्याक म्हणटा हांव थंय पळय तो कितल्यार आसा 11चेर आसा सद्या, रायट? आणि जर हांवें ती काडली आणि जर आतां रन केलो प्रोग्राम कितल्याक फास्ट वता पळय स्पीड. The reason why I had not put it on screen is because it slows the code. कित्याक लागून? कित्याक कितें करचें पडलें ताका पयलीं? What he has to do? How many things are happening here? पयलीं तो म्हणटलो, मागीर तो सिग्नल धाडटलो हाज्या कडेन, हो डिस्प्ले करतलो, मागीर परत हांगा येतलो, परत हे करतलो, परत वयर वतलो, परत तो डिस्प्ले करतलो, त्या भायर हांगा येवन करतलो. म्हणून ताची स्पीड स्लो जाता. कळ्ळें कित्याक स्लो जाता ती? हांगा कितें आसा? हांगा हांव जेन्ना तशें करता हाजेर लोड हांवें कमी दवरला. हाजेर लोड नाच एक्चुअली, सारकें न्ही? फक्त टोबी करता काउंटिंग. हांगा तुका डायरेक्ट तो मोटर कंट्रोल करता. क्लियर? राइट? या एनी कितें स्टॉप? Okay, so now you can try some other things with this. Okay, just try some combinations. Backward kara, slow kara speed. Meanwhile, just check what is the issue.
One is this, other one is this, without sense. Name is B1 and B2, blue color.
What you can do in your way. That will be okay, right? आणि कोण आशिल्ले पळय फाटल्यान कोण also you can come here and you have to do it. Please.
How connect?
So till now what have we done? Just to revise speed control. Okay. Now do you see on your keyboard there are keys, right?
Yes.
So keys सगळ्यांक कॉमन आसा. Up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow. Right? So now what I want you all to do is program for key in such a way that when you press this button, it should move forward. When you press this button, it should go right. When you press this button, it should go left. And when you press this button, it should go backwards. Off the top of your head, what is the logic that you will be using here extensively? We have used that previously. Objective कितें म्हजो? Move using the key, right? Using the key. So कसलो स्टेटमेंट येतलो म्हज्या कोडाक? Yes, yes. Please say it loudly. When is would be the right term or something else we will use? If. Yes. Right? See, everyone agrees?
Yes.
Very simple logic. See, if
Up
what
arrow.
is pressed?
Up arrow.
Up is pressed.
Forward.
I want
Forward.
forward motion. I'll just write FM. If back key is pressed, what do I want?
Backward.
Backward motion. Forward and backward करूया पहले. My right and left is very easy. Can we do this?
Yes.
Can you show me? And for this you have to use custom block. Huh?
Custom.
How you use it? It is up to you. The red blocks I am okay.
Go forward.
But first start with basic steps.
Yeah, basic
Later
steps
you
you can
can go
start.
with custom.
Yes, madam, you can start.
First check if it is moving. Remote control car असताना ताका एक remote येता. So usually arrows indicated असतात. So when we press forward arrow, car goes forward. Backward, reverse. Right goes in the right direction. Left in the left direction. Same way. जेन्ना तुम्ही प्रेस करतले एरो बटन कीबोर्डाचेर तेन्ना ती कार फुडें वचपाक जाय. Very simple it is.
Can you try? Very easy. So you need to find a block which will give you this, right?
If.
वो खबर आसा तुमकां? if खबर आसा? ये खंय मेळटा तशें?
Input.
What is that actually? What should the robot sense? Key press. So should it be in sensing part over there?
If.
Just check. Key press करप is a sensing activity. Input दिता. If up is pressed, forward motion. Can you do? Yes, nice. Now next. One is done.
No, this is too quick.
When this key is pressed, what action it has to take?
It has to take.
Now don't press. Now this one.
Now check, test this. Now did not do with
Play and see what
Okay. Please, now see here we have done like this. We will do more of interactive session now. See, they have done something there. Let's see if it works. Okay. Click it. Click it. What is that? Why it is not moving? You press no. Click it. Click the flag. Anything happening? No. Now do one thing. Now press the upper key. One of you press upper key and now press that flag.
press flag and press upper key.
Keep the press the key. Now press the flag.
Understood? So previously when we were clicking on flag, our code used to give us output. But here what we have said, we are running the code. But what is the action that is needed? When I press up key, then only it will move forward. So I am controlling my car based on particular keys. You can change the key. It will do the same action.
Have you understood what I wanted to show you this? Now see, what is happening? You press.
ना तशें ना अशें दवर ओके थंय पावता घेता
Any difficulty this side? Okay, now I will reiterate now what is happening. Everyone please listen. Yeah, just stop that activity and listen to what I am trying to tell you. What will happen here? Please ma'am, just. What has she typed over there? Means what has she brought over there on that canvas? If up arrow is pressed, go forward. Please remove that stop robot and from now. Remove it. इफ आय ओनली लुक एट इट अबाव कोडली तो एकदा क्लिक केले ताणें त्या वेळार जर की प्रेस्ड आसा न्ही जाल्यार तुका आउटपुट दिसतलो बिकॉज शी इज ओनली रनिंग इट वन्स. आय वॉन्ट टू रन इट अगेन एंड अगेन. व्हॉट विल आय डू? लूप कशें घालता लूप? Please make a block called motion work. Make a block down, give it a name motion. Now I will show you there is a problem here. Motion कर, okay कर. तो तुझं motion घाल if statement असा तो सगळो in motion and call motion again. Motion परत काय असं? तरी नाही, तरी language. Now call over there. Now press, click the flag. प्रॉब्लेम किती असा तू ताणे एकदा मारले न्ही तो जालो चालू मागीर तो स्टॉप ना. सो इट इज लायक अ ब्रेक फेल जाल्ली गाडी गेले गेलो द बेसिक वर्किंग कशें गाडयेचें की एक्सेलरेटरा वयलो पाय सोडलो की बंद जायना. यू आर नॉट गिविंग पावर न्ही. In robot we cannot do that. In robot the practical way will be when you press the key there should be motion. When you release the key it should stop. कळ्ळें कितें म्हणटा? Here that is happening. If you code all 4 conditions move forward, move right, move left, move back in the same way what will happen? You press up arrow it will keep on moving. If you press right, it will keep on turning. If you press back, it will keep on coming in reverse. गाड़ी break ना. So how do we solve this problem?
Yeah, let them try that first.
Yeah, you want to try?
All 4 conditions. Forward, backward, right, left. Complete that code and then
Any issue? Just see what problem is there. Just close and start again.
you can just duplicate the same blocks and make the necessary changes. In
See,
place
like
of
this
up
you need
arrow,
4
backward.
blocks. Duplicate करता का?
If no, see, that is not the case. If up arrow more than one,
Then this.
again put condition.
Now you press it. अजून एक issue असा.
Okay, meaning nothing on.
So connected ना काय किती?
So like that.
Now comes the interesting part. की एक गोष्ट इतल्या तरेन आमकां करपाक जाता. Right? Forward वचूंक जाय म्हाका. I want to make a custom block which only is used to take my robo forward. ताजें काम कितें की बटन प्रेस केलो रोबोटाक फुडें व्हरप. This is the custom block. So हांवें custom block केलो म्हजो असो कितें तरी दिसता न्ही तो ताजेर रेड कलर. आतां सगळ्यात पयलीं कितें येतलें हातून up arrow is pressed forward. आता हांव म्हणटा कितें else stop. हे सिंपल. आता बारीक चिंता जर हांवें हो ब्लॉक फॉरवर्ड ब्लॉक हांगा लायलो हाडून परत लास्ट टाइम तुम्ही खंय कॉल करताले ताका सकयल. आता हांवें हांगाच घालो जाल्यार हाजें वर्किंग कशें जातलें पळय सिंपल. हांवें प्रेस केली की वेर इट विल सर्क्युलेट हियर हांगाच उरलें. जेन्ना तुवें की सोडली Can you apply this? असले 4 ब्लॉक करपा जाता तुका फॉरवर्ड बॅकवर्ड राइट लेफ्ट
Yes.
राइट लॉजिक कळ्ळें न्ही
Yes, yes.
see you start with this if the key is pressed go forward and repeat the same when I call the block here I am saying repeat it the moment my key is not pressed I will go here so हातून कितें जातलें बटन प्रेस केलो इतल्या पर्यंतूच मोटर फुडें वतलो बटना वयलो हात काडलो तो बंद पडपाक जाय जावपाय न्ही लेट्स सी now you see this is the rotation along itself ही त्याची देवळात मारता ती स्वतः भोवती प्रदर्शन आहे can you see it is just in that one place it is rotating if you trace this नी आता जर एक पेन लायले तुम्ही then it will create a circle this is clear I think we have reached at least to this point where you have done 4 blocks forward backward right
Left.
and left this is there but you must have noticed that only when you click me once it is getting executed it does execute the block just click the flag yeah you just press on forward press झालो do you see execute झालो म्हणून कसं कळटा तो हे जाता पहिलो असो येलो जाऊन मागीर परत just click it again only once if it has to scan for a press it has to go in a loop is it going in a loop
No.
you want to make it go in a loop how will you do so the best way to do this is you create another block called motion see what I am doing motion in that add all these blocks just add forward backward right left and then call motion again
Okay.
so किती झाले
Again, all
again and again all will be called so when you press up it will go to that block पुढे वाचो कळले clear can you do that call motion again call motion over there and press the
That's why I had not watched it.
yeah ignore the disco for now but can you see don't be scared see that okay now see press and see again what is happening all of you can just see if you can connect to your mobile also you can try to code it through your mobile that's the flexibility of PictoBlocks that you can connect it through your mobile to that kit you can just use your touch screen to bring the blocks and do the same thing what you are doing on the laptop that is the flexibility because everyone might not have laptops available but smartphone asthani chadshalo so that makes interface maybe Android or iOS it is compatible with both so sensor can you tell me from the name what this sensor would mean what do you feel your guess do you have sensors
Yes.
yes which are the sensors in eyes then one very important sensor is there which touch is a sensor or is it a sense taste okay skin is a sensor skin sensor what do you feel on the skin eyes लायलो जाल्यार थंड दिसता चिंचो काडलो जाल्यार दुखता now when I talk about sensor with regards to robotics I am talking yeah it's done no if there is any difficulty we will solve it later also with some time okay So sensor is an electronic device which senses something. See, I am making it very very vague. Senses something कित्याक म्हणले हांवें? Because there are many things that sensors can sense. Okay. Today we are going to measure distance. Measure distance using ultrasonic sensor. How do we measure distance manually? What is our tool? Tape, ruler, putty. But the robot need not use that. The robot has got a more sophisticated sensor called as ultrasonic sensor. Do you know the meaning of the word sonic? Sonic means speed. Have you heard of the Concorde jet? Yeah, Concorde. Supersonic. So that means it travels at a supersonic speed, right? What else can travel at supersonic speed? Fighter jets? Yeah. So can we say that that is above the sound barrier? You heard this? Sound barrier. So sonic deals with sound. Okay. Now before I go into this, I would like to give you some examples. How many of you all have traveled in plane? Plane कितने जाना गेले आता? Majority must have traveled by plane, right? Or at least you must have seen planes in the movies, right? Have you seen that person in the tower who is breaking his head over looking on the screen with all aeroplanes? Have you seen that? No. Okay. Have you heard of a term called radar?
Yes.
Right. So what is that radar?
Sending sound waves detect.
It tells the presence of aeroplanes in the airspace, right? With the distance, right? So what is actually happening there? I'll tell you what happens there is an antenna. This looks more like a lamp, but assume that this is an antenna, and it is sending some waves. Now when I am sending those waves, I know the speed at which that wave is moving. That is in my control. I know the speed. Okay. So when this wave travels and there is one aeroplane, some aeroplane like this, which again does not look like an aeroplane. When these waves hit that aeroplane, they will bounce and return back. And I will capture it. Now what is the purpose of doing this? See, I know the speed. I know the time at which the wave has returned back to me. What can I find? Distance. That is how the ranging is done. So radar basically is radio detection and ranging. Radar. Now that deals with radio waves. The waves that are sent via that, those are radio waves. When you talk about the ultrasonic sensor, it behaves the same way. It has a transmitter. Can you see those two round shapes? One is a transmitter, one is receiver. So what it does is, it sends sound waves, ultrasonic waves. When it detects obstacle, the wave will bounce back and come. And based on that, you measure distance. That's all. Now why this is helpful? See, there is a robot. Atomic tire law. And that robot is moving in this direction. If there is no ultrasonic sensor to this, what will happen? It will keep on moving. पुढे जर एक फातर आयलो न्ही तो फातर आपटतलो. आमकां ते जाल्ले जाय. If you show this to a child, he might laugh, but in the long run he will not realize what is gone wrong there. Has there been any preventive action done to stop that robot? No. Who will help me to do that?
Sensor.
Yes. So what will happen is, if I place an ultrasonic sensor here, this ultrasonic sensor will continuously throw beam of sound. And I have to just specify the distance. That means if I say that the distance between the obstacle and the robot, let's say, is less than 5 centimeters. When this distance is less than 5 centimeters, stop. What command every time the robot comes in close proximity to that obstacle, within 5 centimeters, it will stop. Dali, preventive action. This is how sensor works. Alright? So by itself, is sensor doing anything? आपण जाऊन किती करता तो काय करता? Even if you go to think नी, who is deciding की तुका थंड लागले म्हणून? Your skin is deciding. Skin is the sensor. Your brain is deciding. So who will decide? The code that you are writing on that controller will actually decide when to stop. Sensor is just telling you, बाबा 5 सेंटीमीटरचे कमी झालं distance. पुढे किती करते तुझे? Clear? Now this is totally up to you. तुका 5 सेंटीमीटरचे stop करून जाय का 10 सेंटीमीटरचे कर पाय का 15 ते तुझे. Will this interest the child? Definitely. तो चलता मधी हात घालो तो स्टॉप जातलो म्हणटले हा स्टॉप जालो. Just imagine the kind of responses that you will get from child. And the application of this is happening in day-to-day life. Do you know submarines? Submarinaचो कोण चलोवपी असता ताका दिसता किती चल्ला ते भितर उदकांत? ना. There is a technique called as sonar. Right? You must have heard of it. Just like radar, there is sonar. Send a beam, wait for it to bounce on something, it will come back and give you the distance. त्या पिक्चर पळयला आसतले तुम्ही ते सबमरीनाचे तो कॅप्टन सगळो जाता तो. There is a presence of new ship in the vicinity. जाले. How he comes to know? Sonar. So this is happening in real life. It's not that we are just explaining to you here. The applications are there as we speak. Radar is one application. Although radar is not using the same wave, the radio. Okay. Now you will say, sir, sound. It is sound, but why we can't hear it? Sound. Huh? The hearing capacity in human beings is limited. 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz is our hearing range. Above that or below that, we cannot listen to anything. We can't hear it. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. There are animals, okay, that work in this range, ultrasonic range. Can you name? Any other peculiar animal? Bats. Do you know how bats travel? They send wave and they wait for a return, and depending on that perception, कितले late आयला तांकां कळटा की खंय obstacle आसा ते. Yes, whales, right? So this is a principle that is you'll see everywhere being used. So now can we think of making a robot which will work like this? तो फुडे वचत रावता. You are not pressing anything, huh? No pressing keys. Now the robot is just moving. The moment it sees an obstacle, it should stop. Can you do that? And the moment it detects obstacle, cross, red on that LED.
Yes.
Keep on doing. See, imagination amka खूप कडेन व्हरता. Now, before that, I'll just tell you how to connect that sensor. You must have seen that the sensor looks like this, with 4 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not for students. I don't tell this to the students. It might be difficult because these are some technical terms. This is just for your knowledge. I'm telling you. There are 4 pins. The first is VCC. Now I'll say what is VCC. आता मिक्सर घरा हाडलो. मिक्सराक चालू करपाक जाय जाल्यार कितें करचें पडटा ताका? पावर दिवचो पडटा न्ही. हा, सो VCC आणि ग्राउंड म्हणून 2 पिन्स आसा पळय, ह्यो पावर करता. So when you connect these pins to your controller, नी ताका power येता. Sensorak power जाय न्ही. Then there are 2 more pins called echo and trigger. Trigger म्हणल्यार कितें? When you activate a trigger pin, sound सोडटा. आता रिटर्न जेन्ना येता पळय आणि लागता रिसिव्हराक, तेन्ना कोण ऍक्टिवेट जाता? ट्रिगर सोडटा. Echo घेता. So echo will take that data. This is how that sensor works. Anyway, let's not go technical. You just connect the wires like this. VCC, on your core key there is a pin. V म्हणून pin असतं. So VCC goes to V. Okay. Ground goes to this symbol. Can you see this? This is an electronic symbol for ground. Echo to D1 and trigger to D2. Can you do this very simple connection? So we'll start with the code. Code करूया. Now if I use. Please sit down. Please sit here.
तुमका यूज करता
Then move that side up.
मूव होय करते
हा, अशा म्हणतात.
Just a question. तुमच्या घरात AC यूज केला AC. तुम्हाला किती दिसतं AC सेन्सर असता कसलो टेम्परेचर सेन्सर असता ओके आणि IR असता टीव्ही कसता टीव्ही टीव्ही कसलो सेन्सर असता infrared sensor you can see infrared light yes you can see mobile sensor असता see mostly majority of the devices that you see today especially smartphones are filled with sensors accelerometer म्हणून असता gyroscope असता आणि IR असता आणि किती असता okay anyway so I'll just delete this do again so now we have connected the sensor we want to read now first what did I say मग चिमटो काढला म्हणून कळपाक जाय न्ही तो मग रीड करपाक कळपाक जाय तो चिमटो so when I am connecting a sensor first thing I do is I learn to read that sensor this sensor will give me distance in centimeters okay centimeter and distance with law so if all your connections are correct okay then just go to events when flag is clicked I want to read the data continuously now see it has to continuously read the data so what will I require last time when the button is pressed continuously it has to move forward until I remove loop so what will I do read I'll make one block जाय ते नाव दिया taka नाव दिता okay so now there is a issue here just turn it off and on if there is some program that is just keeping on running then you can restart your picto blocks it will work again when flag is clicked read distance okay in read distance what I do just go in sensors can you see sensors there is one block called connect ultrasonic can you see this
do it simultaneously
yeah connect ultrasonic now see D1 has to be connected to echo and D2 to trigger just see if you have made that connection properly D1 to echo and D2 to trigger connected the same way after that Can you see? It is detecting my hand. हाथ पुढे वरचा तसो किती जातो distance. I am keeping it in air, that's why it is giving you inaccurate reading. If you see like this, can you see? Now it is fixed at what? 30. That means this distance is 30. Are you getting that value? Now see, if I move this, okay, आजा भीतर 31. See what I have done. Connect the ultrasonic first and then read that data. Toby is saying, Toby is telling you. Is it giving? Yeah. Now we will code. See? Yeah. Connections are done. Okay, fine. Just read data. Call that block again. It's not even with me. You can see here, no? Change. Yes. The sensor and the code is written in such a way that it will automatically calculate. If I was to do this manually with the coding, in PictoBlock this is made for children, so there is a very complex code running behind this. एक लाईटी फाटल्यान एक बरो complex code चालू आसा तो तुमकां दिसना. I'll show you if we get time. I will show you what is that. Anyway, this is clear till here. Yeah. So now see. Okay. So now without wasting much time, let's apply this. So आता आमचे कशें आसा? What was a corky? Okay, this is my corky. I want it to stop if it is within 6 centimeters from the obstacle. Okay, that means if this is 6 centimeters, stop. How will I code for this?
If statement.
If statement. Then एक if statement का काम होता easy. Can you try? Please sit and try.
At a particular distance.
You can make a block called detect and stop. Obstacle la robot follow karta. Okay, there is a certain range. If there is an obstacle, it will just follow that obstacle. Can you tell me where this can be used? Imagine. Detector can be used in majority cases.
Yes.
Obstacle follower. Let's say I want to take a cargo behind me wherever I go. I don't want to give direction. I am moving, cargo is moving behind me. So I go in the compartment, cargo माझ्या फाटल्यान येता. Can we do that? Same concept.